The fan, the proverbial fan. Everyone watching knows that when it hits the fan, things are going sideways. That's what we're talking about today, everydaykt 311. What do you do when it hits the fan, when everything goes to hell in a handbasket and you don't know what the hell is going on? Well, contrary to popular belief, it's actually a hell of a lot simpler than you think. When it hits the fan, when that plan that you so meticulously crafted, everything that you've done, spent so much time working on, just goes right out the window, you stop. You take inventory of what's going on, and you see what went wrong. And then you move forward. It's very simple. When it hits the fan, the two things happen. One, horrible planning, which happens. Two, well, horrible planning, because obviously there was something that wasn't accounted for. That being said, when it hits the fan, you cannot, or when you're planning something, you cannot account for every single thing. So if something goes sideways on you and it is completely, it's like, what in the hell is that? Where'd that come from? Yeah, okay, so that's a given. You just deal with it, move on, and keep going. But if something easy, simple, normal happens and causes your entire project, event, workday, life, whatever, completely off the rails, well, then you need to go back and say, well, how did something so simple and so common completely derail everything in my life? So you need to have a very good idea of what it is that is actually causing you that problem, because ultimately it causes you stress. It causes you stress because something went wrong. It causes you stress because the goal of whatever it is you're doing is delayed or eliminated completely because something went completely out of control. You need to sit and just look at it and say, crap, what did I do wrong? You know what you do next time? Don't do that. Plan for that. We all know that the plan is useful up until the moment you do step one, and then you can probably take the plan and chuck it out the window because something's going to change. So if you're enabled to change with the plan, if you're mentally prepared to change the plan as it evolves through its execution, you're going to be fine. You have to be ready for that. Plan, and then you plan for the plan hitting the fan. Very simple. I don't remember what the exact acronym is, but it's plan and plan for the plan and plan for the plan for the plan. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So as long as you're nimble enough in your mind to address the possible changes, possible outcomes, possible results that are not to plan, and you prep for those at least a little bit, so you're at least ready for it, you got nothing to worry about. Because the only thing that's going to send you off the rails is something so completely outlandish that people just don't think about it. It happens all the time. Every single day something happens, like, why didn't you plan for that? It's like, well, how does that happen? We don't even know how that happened in the first place. It wasn't even possible yesterday, and here it is. So plan as best you can and be prepared to, using Doug's word right there, adjust to the new plan, because something happens, boom, take a left turn, deal with it. What will most certainly cause you to fail epically is if you freeze. The plan is in place, the plan is awesome, life is going fantastically, and then boom, reality smacks you upside the head and says, no, not doing that today. I'm changing things on you. Well, if you freeze and say, oh crap, now what? And you have nowhere to go, that is when you fail. That is when you have a catastrophic failure and it literally hits the fan and you've got nowhere to go and it just goes to hell in a handbasket. So again, be prepared to adjust with your plan, to change the plan, and to address inconsistencies in whatever you're doing. And with that, I'm going to throw out a Kiltology because it's starting to rain, and I don't know how much you guys can hear, but it sounds like somebody's behind me whacking on some steel drums. I don't know what it is hitting out there. I don't think there's anything out there that's steel, but I guess so. So I'm going to grab volume 2, Grab my glasses, because I can't see crap anymore, and... Can't see crap. Figures. Kiltology Volume 2. It's on Amazon. Go buy it. Kiltology number 363. Blind Eye. Before wasting your time poking fun at the weirdo in his skirt, look in the mirror. Turning a blind eye to your own issues is a bad idea in this case, especially if you happen to be in a pub full of kilties. It could be compared to walking into a gunfight with a blindfold and a broken rubber band. So how does this apply today? 2 ways. 1, I need glasses now. 2, the person in this Kiltology was unprepared, unwilling, and unable to adjust to his plan not going the way it's supposed to. Because they built themselves up and figured, oh, weirdo in a kilt. Who cares? Not going to cause me any problems. Probably not the best assumption. And, like it says in there, walking into a gunfight with a busted rubber band and a blindfold. Probably not a good idea. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. Totally understand. And with that, I'll let you go. You guys have a good night. Hopefully it's not pouring where you are unless you really need it. And then maybe it is. I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, go kick some ass and be strong. Put a kilt on.